whispering voice yet again. And I happened to be thinking earlier on, which doesn't happen very often, but it's about the British weather. And what I mean by that is, in particular, the British even, summer. Now, we don't often have a good summer, but this year, 2014, we are having quite a nice hot summer so far. Until I'm recording this, so I better not speak too soon. And the reason I'm making this really is because it's lots of people come to this community for whisper videos, ASMR videos, in order, amongst other things, to help them get to sleep for insomnia. Now, a big reason for insomnia in the summer months in the United Kingdom is because of the humidity we have. And we have mainly houses built of brick or stone. The old houses, which were mainly built of stone, are very cool in the summer because their walls are so thick. Some walls can be 2 feet thick, even more some of them, and the sun can't penetrate through, so they end up being cool in the summer. But the more modern houses, when it's hot, especially with the double glazing we have these days, the windows bring in the heat, and then of course the heat rises during the day into the bedroom, and a majority of British homes don't have air conditioning because we don't need it most of the time. We have it in our cars, and most hotels have air conditioning, and some shops, but a majority of houses don't have air conditioning. So therefore, it's quite hot, humid in the evening when you go to bed, and therefore you can't sleep. Now, a little remedy I do when this happens. I haven't had to do it yet this year, and this may be silly, but I normally have an electric fan at the foot end of my bed, and I have the fan on a rotation, so it's fanning me back and to. But on top of that, if it's very hot, I have a little spray jug, similar to what hairdressers use to spray your hair with water. And I spray water in a mist over my body, so when the fan hits my body it feels icy cold. It works a treat, actually, and normally that's one spraying up and down my body is enough to keep me cool long enough to sleep. As long as I'm tired, that is. So there's a little tip for you if you're in the United Kingdom. Just get a spray bottle, put it on the mist setting, spray yourself, and put an electric fan. I mean, lots of people probably do that anyway, but I thought maybe some people, especially in America where I know a lot of houses have air conditioning, because you get a lot of heat over there. We mustn't complain about this heat because it's, if you have a hot summer, you don't mind as much a bad winter. We have 4 seasons here, as a lot of places do. The spring, summer, autumn and winter. Autumn is known as fall in the United States, but I enjoy every season for what it is. Each season has its own unique beauty, really. The spring is the start of life in nature. Animal life, bird life, and foliage, plants, trees. Everything comes into a new life for a new year's growth. And then the summer reaches its peak, displays its beauty. And then, as it gets ready for winter, sheds anything that's not needed in order to survive. It can be flowers, leaves, they all drop. And then it gets ready to shut down for winter, sort of hibernate. Get through the winter and then it starts again. And any leaves or foliage that's fallen onto the ground in the autumn, then over the winter decomposes into the ground, causing a sort of compost which aids the following spring's growth. I could go on, but I won't. Sound like some professor of, I don't know what. But, things like that interest me, you see. But, I must remember it doesn't interest everybody. But anyway. What was I going to say? The little cat in the chapel is fine. And hopefully can hear the seagulls then. Hopefully we'll have new parents, because the people are moving near the chapel, and they said they'd like to take her in, which is wonderful. But still, I feed her every day, as does the farmer's wife, for those of you who remember me saying about the cat. My 2 are doing fine, do a lot of sleeping in this weather, and I've been feeding my cats on prawns for the last month, so they very much enjoy that. But I have to make sure there's extra water, because it's sort of saltwater fish. It's not a fish really. I have to make sure that they've got something to drink, just in case, but they absolutely love the prawns. And they, if I go near the fridge, they just come and sit there. It's funny really, but I hope this sound is okay. I've got a new microphone setup thing, which is making it easier for me really to record anywhere within the house, in any position. So hopefully the sound will be okay. I'd like to also thank everybody so much for all these superb and wonderful comments I had on my 200th video. Very, very nice and very kind of you, thank you. Surprising. There's a lot more people watch the videos actually than I think sometimes, because the messages I had was amazing. So I do appreciate you listening and being there really, so never forget that. Another thing quite important I wanted to say: if I don't reply to your comment or message, and I try to reply to each one, I may miss the odd one by mistake, but sometimes there's no option below your comment to reply, and they say the reason for that is because your YouTube account isn't linked to Google+. So they say I'm not an expert in this, but you're not able, if I don't reply, it's because I can't, or your comment doesn't give me the option to reply, so please understand that I'm not ignoring you at all. So that's what I was told. The account is not linked to Google+. It's all technical stuff. I woke up very early this morning, and I was awoken really, and I was awoken by a very familiar sound to me, and as soon as I heard it I knew there was badgers outside the house, and they were chattering away to each other. One was sort of putting the other one in its place, because when it comes to feeding, they have a seniority, so the most senior will eat first, and then when they've had enough, the next can come in, like that. It's different when they've got young. They do allow the young to feed, but even though even the young have to have some sort of position, they don't just do as they please. But they're interesting to watch in real life. Not many people can watch them. Very lucky like that here. So I hope you enjoyed a very little view of my home in the area where I live. In my previous video, we started in the coast of North Wales and then we headed into Snowdonia itself in the mountains, and all over really, a few different places, but all within a few miles of where I am. Just a little insight, I will show you much more in future videos, and maybe show you in different seasons of the year, because it looks so different. But you may have seen that some of the mountains, even as we get into summer, can still have snow on the top because it's so cold and takes longer for it to go. But it's disappearing fast now. This is only meant to be a quick sort of a video on a thought I had about how to keep yourself cool in the summer when it's hot and humid, which of course is still to do with aiding people to sleep, hopefully. So maybe with listening to a whisper video or ASMR video, and it doesn't have to be one of mine, anything you prefer, whatever works for you, and then try that spray method in a mist form, and then put the fan and you'll feel it like a nice ice cold blast. And it's wonderful when you're tired. You may think it would wake you up, but not when it's so hot and humid and you're tired. The relief of the feeling, you just sort of doze to sleep. It's lovely. Anything else I wanted to discuss with you? Oh, I have a few plans. I've been doing some even going through my channel, and there was I was just checking all the information's correct and things like that in my settings, and so everything's fine. But because this channel is a partner, a YouTube partner, when they first came out, I agreed to become a YouTube partner because at that time you could only upload 10-minute videos, and if you became a partner you could upload up to 20 minutes. But now it's several hours, and last week I verified my partnership, and all it is you go through all your personal information, and once you've done it, a green box comes up with a tick and says that your channel or your partnership is now verified. So hopefully everything's nice, neat and above board, in good order. must apologise for. I uploaded the 200th video, but I had to delete it because I had a copyright not challenge. Well, yes, a challenge. It said that there was a claim of copyright, and the music was, funny enough, was the last song in the video, which was Cerys Matthews singing Calon Lan, which is a Welsh tune. For those of you who didn't know, Cerys Matthews is Welsh, but she was in a band called Catatonia, I think it is. And she was discovered on the streets of Cardiff, busking. And once she was discovered, she didn't look back really. She has a lovely voice, but she was singing with the Vron male voice choir, and they obviously didn't like me using their music, so I took it down and replaced it with music that I have the license to use. So hopefully it didn't spoil the video. Anyway, I'm going on here, waffling on, so no doubt this is very boring to listen to, but don't, really, as in any of my videos, please don't take too much notice of the content. Hopefully just the sort of sound and the whispering will help you to what I hope is relax, or go to sleep, or whatever. So, thanks again for being there, and being so nice, and I very much appreciate you all. Very, very kind to me. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.